This video, we change a typical cartridge circulation pump on a hot water boiler. Now in this case you're going to see we had to drain the boiler completely. There was no isolation valves. Make sure you shut the feed water off to the boiler. And you start to drain the thing and you forgot to turn that off. You're going to be there forever. So that's one point I wanted to make. Hey, here it is. Like and subscribe.
Alright, this is a hot water boiler. We don't make steam. The system is completely filled with water. And you can usually tell because you got a pump to circulate. We determined this little circulator pump is bad. Unfortunately, on this particular system, there's no shut-off valves. If there were shut-off valves, we could just shut it off, change the pump, easy day. But since there isn't, we have to hook up a hose. That hose runs over to a drain, and the radiators upstairs have to have their bleeders opened. I'll show you that here in a second. I happen to love these little pumps here. 3 speeds. They handle most residential boilers, and they have dual configurations, which is really nice. And then they have 3 speeds on them as well. It's a great truck stock piece. One note though, always check parts when you pick them up. The first one we opened up, and I should have got it on video, one of these was actually broken in the box. Unbelievable. But you got to check parts always.
Mid-video public service announcement. If you have bleeders that are painted shut, yeah, you might want to take the bleeder out completely. But if you don't, really try to get the key and just open the bleeders up. Just because. When you're draining, it's okay. But when you go to fill, if you have the whole physical bleeder out and the pressure reducing valve overridden and wide open, water's going to fill up damn fast and shoot out of there, and trying to screw the whole thing back in it can be messy. So that's a little piece of advice for you there.
On hot water system boilers, you're going to have these bleeder ports. Now, a lot of times these things get painted, and when you go to open them, the little hole in here is actually filled with paint. This one I had to pull out, actually. If you see that, that's the little port. That's the bleeder port that you turn counterclockwise to open up. It's just like a straw. If you hold the straw, this radiator here acts like that. And opening this bleeder port releases the pressure so the water can drain out. You have to do this. On hot water boilers, you have these bleeder ports. If you're lucky, you've got a little regular head right there on the end that you can open with a regular screwdriver. If not, you can pick up a little key for these, but a drummer's tuning key for a regular set of drums actually fits right in there. Just so you know. Alright, most all the time after you drain the system, and even if it's not fully drained, you can go ahead and take the bolts out of these. A lot of times, well, pretty much every time, if you don't get a leak right at the beginning when you take a set of the bolts out, you're not going to get a leak. Now, of course, one of the bolts is tight again up on you, then you know something's going on here. But it looks to me like we do not have any water in here, which is good. No, it's getting tough on me. Of course, it's on the back side. Look at that. We are completely empty. And then, of course, the rough bolt is always the one that's on the back end, away from you. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Come on out. And You know, just to be safe, since we have a gas valve right here, I am going to go get a rag. Now, rags freeze when it's this cold outside. They don't have hot water here for whatever reason. I guess the tenants don't get to use hot water. That's funny. I don't know. Just to be a little safe, just in case it gets hit with some kind of water, it doesn't get hit directly. Oh boy. There we go. See that? Sometimes it needs a little love tap. You got this ready to turn?
Yep.
Alright. Now, in the instructions, it said it's good practice to have the electric facing down. And all these pumps have an arrow on them somewhere. What is this one? Wow. Well, whatever that one does. Where is it? It's right here. Yeah, it's on this side too. You can see it. That's the flow. You always want to flow to the boiler, and they want this turned around in the instructions. So we took the 4 screws out, lifted out. Let's see that thing. Lift it up this way. Hey, there's a little impeller in there that moves the water. Go ahead and turn it. Did you go full 180 or just go 90?
I went full 180.
Oh, you did. So yeah, now it'll be at the bottom. The electrical are coming this way. Beautiful. Put the 4 screws in, and you're in good shape. So we got our little rings right here that fit in there. You got to have these gaskets. And we'll show this going in a minute. Alright. Now, to get the old pump out, you don't just go putting a new one in. You got to look and make sure that these rings here, those rings sometimes can be a real nightmare to get out. They can. I mean, camouflaged a little, but see how I did that? A little hit here and there. And the old gasket comes right out. Look at that. That thing was just like the new gasket, but she gets smashed into place. Turned into a, feed this to the mental patient kid, right? Oh my God. There's probably another one up here. Or no, it came off on that pump, right, Daryl? The other ring is on that pump. Yeah, it actually looks pretty good. Somebody used a little goop here on this one. I'm going to clean that up. Let's see what we got here. Where's my scraper? Let's get this off here if we can. This scraper sucks. Where'd you get this, dude? Did you find this somewhere? Yeah. That's okay. It's not bad. I got it off. We're good. We are good. Okay, the top one's really clean, so it doesn't have to be perfect. It's a big, thick rubber gasket that's going to go back on there.
I'm going to lift up on the pipe because I'm right here.
Yeah, I don't think you need to lift up that much. We have both gaskets on, gasket on. Daryl's helping with a little lift action here. Hold it right there for a second. Okay, we're in place. Set her down and go ahead and get some, do the top first. Go down with those, right? Go down with those. Or is that a bad move on this?
I don't think that's the way you want to do it. But,
why would you say that on camera? Jesus. Now we're getting water falling out of it. Look what you did. It's going right into the thing. That's funny. Where did that water come from? From him lifting it up. Alright, do the other side. Let's get the other side. Hand me one of these. Let's see. I'm going to go down with these as well on the bottom.
Here, take this now.
Alright. Here you go.
Go ahead, put it on.
You got one? Okay. There we go. It's really easy when you got an extra person with you, but it's really not so bad by yourself. I've changed these many a time. Many a time. I just did that last nut there, sir. And bolt that's under your arm. last one, or can you get it better? I don't know. I don't think so. It's a tough one to see. There you go.
Can you hold the top down?
Yep. Let's take a flyby. See anything over there?
Hold it.
So we get it in place. We can. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, they just need to be tightened up. They just need to be tightened up. And then that electrical. Whoever installs this stuff so close to the hot water tank, you know, they should be shot. Nobody ever cares about the service guy. You installers out there. Oh boy. If you could just hold the bottom right there, just like that, maybe. Oh boy. It's all in the wrist. It's all in Jack. What was his name? It's all in the reflexes. Don't tell me we're stuck. Did I get us stuck?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's funny.
That's supposed to use that like that.
That's funny. Hey, part of the real world, right? The round end in, it got stuck between the nut and the body, or the bolt and the body. What happens? Yeah, that thing. This side here, and then we'll do the bottom. I don't know how cranked I am. I always like to look on the plane just to see. What are you doing? You want to do the back side now? I don't know if I'll have room with your hand in the way there. Does this fit in there?
Yeah.
This isn't fitting.
Oh boy, you in the 5/8 Flange. Yeah.
This is why I should have flipped them. What, this ain't the same size? Go get it. I can't get up. I'm
Right there.
dude. Again. Please. Who said it was 5/8? Oh, that is. But I need to move the nut. Oh, I see what you're saying. Let's do this. God, I got this gas in the way now. Where's the crescent wrench?
Where's
Where's the crescent wrench, though? Let me have that then. Yeah, I got to do it right here. I can't just do it right here. Okay. I'd like to get this back end. Here, reach over there and hold that bottom for me. Or you want me to hold the bottom?
No, what do you want to do?
Okay, well, you get the gist, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to finish tightening this down. We are currently filling the system right now. And, wires in and whatnot. That's a pressure relief, or pressure reducing valve coming right off the hot water tank. It's got one of these right there. That little handle overrides the pressure reducing valve, so you can rapidly fill. It's nice to have those handles. Sometimes you see them, they're a U. In fact, I can even show you this one over here. That's an old one we had there, but most of them look like this. It's a valve type. You might have that. Handle down is in normal position, handle up. This one's busted, we gotta fix it, but if you have one of those, that's what that handle does. Makes it so you can rapidly fill. It's always good to have a rag, maybe a cup when you're bleeding. That bleeder's open, just waiting for the system to fill. And look what we have here. The world's cutest little puppy. 12 weeks old. Oh my God. What's up, little buddy? Say hi. Wow. What a cute dog. Once we got the new pump in place, then we closed the valve
on the drain and then opened the valve to let the water feed into the boiler again. Now, at this point, it could take a few hours to fill radiators, especially when they're big like that. And if you put your ear up to the bleeder, you'll hear the air coming out, and you're just going to keep filling until water comes out of that bleeder. You do that to every radiator. Once it's completely filled, go ahead and turn the boiler on. The circulator pump should come on, and you'll have heat again. So there it is. Like and subscribe.